Yes, good morning. And as it is a great morning when I'm recording this video, 7:56. So once again, a heartfelt good morning to all of you. Today, as we have done earlier as well, we are going to run some specific topics. So कुछ specific topic आज हम सीखेंगे जैसे आपको स्क्रीन पे दिख रहा होगा trigonometrical ratios of some specific angles. And I have already mentioned what the specific angles we were talking about. So in class 10, we have to confine ourselves to some specific angles. I'm going to discuss and what are the values of trigonometrical ratio for that particular specific angles that we have to study today. So for this purpose, first of all, I'm going to mention the angles which are specific to us in class 10. The angles are your 0 degree. You have to learn about 50 degree, and we have to learn about 5 degree. We have to learn about 60 degree, and we have to learn about 90 degree. This is what we have to learn about. There are some five angles for which you have to find trigonometrical ratio. That is all sine, cos, tan, and the reciprocals as well. So now, how can we deal with this? First of all, will try to understand. This is now I've drawn angle theta. Theta means any angle. Okay, that particular angle could be any of them. Okay, could be any of them. Yes. So now, as I told you, that this theta could be 30 degree, this theta could be 45 degree, this theta could be 60 degree, and this theta could be 90 degree, and this theta could be 0 degree as well. For each and every, we have to understand all these things. Okay. So what are the trigonometric ratios regarding all these angles? First of all, what we do, we draw a perpendicular line from here. Okay, from here we draw a perpendicular line. We name it as A, B, and C. This is 90 degree. Okay, I've drawn. Now we have triangle A, B, C. Getting right? B. So now the angle of consideration which we are going to talk about is theta. Okay. Now first of all, we are going to trigonometrical ratios of 0 degree and 90 degree. How to deal with that? Okay. To understand this. Okay. For 0 degree, we just make this angle variable. Okay. We just make this angle variable, and as well as the sides is movable here like this. If I draw a triangle, an angle like this, now you can see I'm making this angle theta. Okay, this theta is moving like this. When this theta is coming down, going toward 0, 0, 0, 0, that particular point A, where my point is there, coincide with the side BC, and AB becomes 0. You can see that this is side AC. Okay, when theta is sum of a measure of some angle. Now come here, down, down, down. My that is theta is decreasing, 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 decreasing. It's decreasing to 0. That time you can see this point A is coincide point B, and angle C becomes 0. Okay. So now in this case, we can see that when angle becomes 0, that is here. In this case, you can see this AC becomes equals to BC, and AB becomes 0. Are you agree with that? We'll move this side, we'll move this side of a triangle like this. Okay, this is moving. This is The angle is becoming 0, 0, 0, and 0. When this becomes 0, that is A comes over B and coincide with that, and therefore AC become BC, whereas AB is simply becomes 0 because the measure of AB is getting reduced, reduced. At point B, AB becomes 0. That is what I have mentioned here. It is for 0 degree. This is for 0 degree. Okay. Now what we do, we know this triangle. If you are talking about दिस एंगल, तो ये एंगल के कारण ये जो साइड है ये बेस हो जाएगा. एंड व्हाट अबाउट दिस बिकम परपेंडिकुलर, and obviously in the front of the 90 degree there is a hypotenuse, so I write is hypotenuse. Okay, so now we start writing all the ratios. As I told you, sine theta, that is sine 30 degree, is p by h. In this case, what is p? And here we do not consider angle as 30 degree, but we consider angle as 0 degree. Okay, because we're talking about 0 degree. This is 0 degree. So now sine theta, that is sine 0 equal p by h. We know what is the p. In this case, earlier the p was AB and h was AC. Now, as I told you, when angle was becoming 0, angle is going towards 0. This AB sides become 0 and AC is equals to AC. Was when you divide, it will get 0. So sine 0 is 0. It gives an idea about what sine 0 is 0. 0 degree is 0. Okay. Similarly, if you talk about cos 0, it's again B by H. We know cos is B by H. What is B? B is BC. And there BC become AC. That is B become AB. The what is that? B is our BC. So BC is BC. Right, first of all. B by H. But for 0 degree, we can say this point A coincides with point this point A. This point A coincides with point C. So therefore, this AC equals to BC. So it will say here that AC equals to BC. What do we get? We even write AC equals to BC. AC is by AC. We write this is BC, not AC. But yes, this is BC. We can write BC here, not AC. This is BC. Okay, this is BC. This is BC by AC. We can write BC equal to AC for 0 degrees. So this to cancel and give us 1. So from here we get an idea what cos 0 is 1. Similarly, there is cos 0 for cosec 0. We'll write reciprocal of sine theta for cosec theta. That is for cosec 0. What do we get? What we get? We get h by p. Again, h is AC and AB. For 0 degree, there is constants, that is AB becomes 0. And this one, AB becomes 0 means 0 and AC will remain AC. So this is not defined. This is ND. Okay? This is ND. Similarly, please write it down in your notebooks so that while revising, you can easily understand how can we get the angles. So next thing is about sec theta. Again, it's B by H. The sec theta is reciprocal of cos theta. That is what is become H by B for 0. That is AC by BC. In the case of constants, I told you this AC becomes equals to this AC is simply this AC you can say again equals to BC. So again we're going to use the same AC equals to BC. Okay? That is what both are same. So you can write what the place of AC is there AC you write BC here. And this BC is nothing but what? This BC is AC. So write AC here as well. Cancel will get. That is what I can say. Reciprocal of cos is sec. So you can see reciprocity is there. This is reciprocal of this, and here this is reciprocal of this. Okay. So you can Take the reciprocal of values as well. This is 1 by 1. We'll take reciprocal, we'll get 1. Okay. This is what the very clear evident that. And now what about sine tan theta? We know this is P by B. In our case, what is P and what is B? Okay. In our case, this is our B and this is our P. What is that particular side? Okay. We'll copy it and we'll do for a specific reason. We do not have to go down every time. Go up. So this is the triangle. Okay. Again, what is P? As in the case of 0 degree, you are talking about. We are talking about tan 0. Okay. This angle is tan 0 we are talking about. Okay. This is P by B. In the case when angle is 0, P, this is P when this angle moving toward becoming 0. This AB is also moving toward becoming 0. So now this AB, this is P by B is BC. Now AB is 0 and BC is what of measure? That will get 0. And what about chord 0? It's 0 by 1 reciprocal of tan. So 1 by 0 again not defined. This is the angles for 0 degree. What do you get? Sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, cosec 0 is not defined, sec 0 also 1, tan 0 is 0, whereas cot 0 is not defined. So this is how we can find trigonometric ratio for 0 degree. Now it's time for the 90 degree. Trigonometric ratio for 90 degree. Okay, we're gonna learn about trigonometrical ratios for 90 degree. Okay, we're going to learn about this. The ratio for 90 degree. How can I find trigonometrical ratio for it? Again, I'm going to draw the same. In this is perpendicular I have drawn. This is A, this is B, and this is C. This is angle theta we are talking about. Okay, this is angle theta we are talking. Now, how can we deal with this? Okay, again we're talking about 90 degree. When this side, like I have drawn, okay, when try to become 90 degree like this, okay, it will simply pull the point B towards C slowly and steadily. See, this is the perpendicular. This is B is just falling here. This is the point where B is falling. And when this angle theta is becoming 90 degree, it pulls the side AB towards C. AB towards C. And when B coincides with C, BC becomes 0 and AB becomes equal to AC. Are you getting my point? This movement, okay? This movement. See, when this become closer and closer like this, I'm going to draw a figure for you. Like this. I have increased the theta. This side comes here. AB is here. C is here and A is here. Again, I increase the side. Again, I am going to increase the side like this. Again, this is the theta. Again, this side AB comes here and C is here. This is our AC. Again, when this theta become 90 degree, so C and B comes together here only. AC would be there. And side AC confined with AB, AC and AB is here. And the side BC becomes 0. You can see BC becomes 0. So what do we get in this case for 90 degree? This AC is equals to AB and BC becomes 0. This is what you get moving all the arms. Now, what about sine theta? That is sine 90. Sine 90 is P by H, that is AB by AC. And both are equal, you can say. So, AB, AC can be done AC. When you cross it, we'll get 1. What about cos 90? Is B by H. That is BC by AC. And now I told you BC becomes 0 And AC is remains AC, that is when 0 divided with something, we get 0. What about tan 90? It's P by B, that is AB by BC. Again, in this case, AB is AB, there is no problem, but BC becomes 0. So tan 90 becomes not defined. Okay, tan 90 is not defined. So sin cos, what about cosec? See, cosec, in the cosec, ultimately, if sin is 90, reciprocal of sin 90 is 1, so reciprocal of cosec 90 is obviously 1. What about sec 90? But the reciprocal of this, that is AC by 0, you can see here, AC by 0. So it not defined. Okay, sec 90 is not defined. Whereas we are left with only cot theta, that is cot 90, the reciprocal of sine. That is, this become what? 0 divided by AB. You can see from where? See from here, this is 0 divided by AB. We just consider from here reciprocal of tan theta is cot theta. You can see here, this is tan theta, this is cot theta. We can correlate that and find what? This angle. So now this becomes 0. Understood? Cot 90 is 0. So these are some angles we have discussed about 0 degree and 90 degree. Okay. So please revise all these things once again. I told you how can you do this. This is for specifically for 0 and 90 degree. How can you correlate the things? How angle becomes 0 and how angles become, this theta becomes 90 degree. Okay, I just show you the movement of angles as well. So this is how we can deal with these things. This is sin theta, cos theta, tan and cos. For 0, specifically 0, we have answered. Okay, so this is very important angles on the and if you have any problem, you can give me a comment in comment box such that I would be in position to resolve your problems. And this is the continuation of the same lecture we have started as lecture 1. Then we did lecture 2. This is lecture number 3. Okay. The next class, we are going to deal with rest of the angles. That is, how can we deal with 30 degree, 45 degree, and 90 degree. This is how we have to deal with. In the next class, I will be going to teach you how can you find the angle ratios related to 30 degree, 45 degree, and 60 degree. Okay. Till then, please keep revising, keep understanding, and generate problems. If you have any problems in a specific concept, you can ask me several times. There is no problem. I'll make you understand. I'll make a separate video of any of confusions to be resolved. So please do like the videos as well as subscribe the channel such that I'll get encouragement to do more about this kind of studies and always keep the things ready for you to deliver to you. For this, I need your support. Thank you very much for your patience, for your cooperations, and at last, happy learning.